Not that way in Green Bay, is it, Carl Gerbschmidt?
No, it really isn't. You can't see the Dallas Cowboys at the Lambeau Field next week.
Are you okay?
That's so funny. It's been hilarious coming to work today. That's all I know.
So
it's so funny. You people take this so seriously. It's like, there's people who didn't show up for work, who were depressed because they did. It's so stupid. I just have a question, Dan.
Yeah.
At what point do you just give up? At what point do you just say,
last year
after year after year, you just say, I can't take it anymore, and you just start rooting for the Packers?
Need I remind you, Carl, that it was only a year ago the Giants struggled 0-2 out of the gate and ended up with the Lombardi Trophy?
Yeah, well, it's a fluke. That won't happen again.
You don't think so?
No, the Giants are terrible.
It's a long season.
Yeah, it is, but it's going to be really long season for you guys.
You tell the truth. You had to get a little nervous when your team didn't show much killer instinct blowing that
they
day.
were just playing around.
Is that what it was?
Anytime that they really wanted to do something, they did. I mean, that game was never in question. That was an easy win for us.
Defense looked vulnerable to me.
Well, are you out of your mind? Did you happen to see any of that?
Well, I saw decent stretches of it.
Oh, you're out of your mind. Aaron Rodgers literally did what he wanted to do. Anytime he wanted, he just dialed it up, and Charles Woodson, he kind of let that one big dude from Detroit do okay for a while, but then finally said, "Yeah, sorry, we're all done with that now. We're not going to have that anymore." And then they ended the game. It was a good old fashioned butt kicking. Is what it was.
Yeah.
Not that you guys would know about how to do that.
How much of the were you switching over to see the purple at all?
Well, no, but when you come to work, people, that's all they want to talk about, and I can't, all I can say is I sure am glad that he never got on that plane. I'm really glad that I'm so glad that Ziggy Wilf is such a brilliant owner that he never let him get on the plane. Honestly, this guy might be, I don't know if he's the worst coach in the league. He might not be. I mean, the kid in Oakland might be worse. But honestly, is there a worse coach in the league than Brad Childress? Because I can't think of one.
There might be a couple. I mean, he's not.
What has he ever done? He's 0-5 against the Packers. 0-5.
Yeah, he's not.
Even doofy old Mike Tice won games against the Packers.
So do you think it's time? If Childress...
No, keep him forever. No, he should never be fired. Keep him around forever.
How about T-Jack? Keep him or go to Farrat?
I don't care. I mean, it's like you're asking, which is worse, a hurricane or a tornado? I mean, it
doesn't matter.
It's like you can have. Why don't you play the third guy?
Yeah.
It's like, and you want to know the best part of this whole thing is all summer what we have to listen to. Oh, well, we have Tavares Jackson. He's experienced, and you have to put your little unproven play in there. And who can you honestly name a better quarterback right now than Aaron Rodgers? Can you?
No. Not right now. He's right now.
Do it. And who's right? Carl was right. Mr. Ted Thompson was right. I was right the entire time. And all you Minnesota fans and you want to know what's really funny? Is we got something. We got something from the Jets to take Favre off our hands. We got a draft choice for it. We got this. That's how smart Mr. Ted Thompson is.
So you upgraded at the position.
He knew Favre would wanted to come back, so he kind of did this little rope-a-dope thing, and he got something for him.
So he got, in other words, you got a better quarterback, and you got a draft choice.
That's why he's the executive of the year, and you just wanted to mock and ridicule Mr. Ted Thompson.
Can I ask a direct question? You mentioned you came in to work this morning, and I sense. I'm just, again, I'm projecting a little bit here, but on the basis of the last 3 or 4 minutes on the phone with you, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that today, when you came to the office, you might not have taken the gracious high road and in other words, refuse to rub it in with Vikings fans.
Everyone is so rude here. Why should I all of a sudden?
What are you talking about?
Nice guy? No, all summer long, ever since I got this stupid godforsaken state, all people want to do, your team's going to go down. Your team is awful. Your team is brutal. No, we are the defending NFC Northern Division champions, and we're going to stay that way. And there's nothing. There's zero shred of evidence that your team is even going to compete. even going to compete.
Isn't it a little early to say that?
What would you like? You want me to wait 5 minutes?
Well, let me put it this way. Who have you really beaten yet? I mean, you've not exactly. Who have you really beaten?
We beat Detroit. You see, good teams win the games they're supposed to win. Good teams don't, dominate a first half and then against a team that, by the way, is more crippled than, pick any hospital. Seriously, there are more injured people and damaged goods on that Indianapolis Colts team.
I can't argue with you about that.
It's like, and you guys are cheering because your most overpaid player in the league got close once.
Now
he was causing a lot of trouble. Oh, sure, he caused a lot of trouble on that one pass and pay. Well, he was really. And then what? Didn't you used to have a Kevin Williams on your team?
Yeah, once upon a time we did.
Wasn't he on the team once?
Yeah.
Oh, where was he yesterday?
Now, T-Jack got booed a lot yesterday. You may have noticed that in the broadcast.
We don't boo our quarterbacks.
Well, that's a crock because Aaron Rodgers was being sworn at by little kids in training camp before he'd even started playing.
He's from Chicago.
Oh, he's from Chicago. Of course he was.
Yeah, because that's the kind of people that are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know something about that because that's where you're from.
Yeah, well. Yeah, my Bears club's off to a decent start.
1-1. Yeah, were they in second place?
For the moment.
Yeah, okay, so second place in this division is going to be what, like 2-14?
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far.
I mean, seriously, don't you people in Minnesota just want to root for a winner once in a while?
I would think. I know they're hungry. Yeah, they're frustrated right now, Carl.
It's never going to happen.
But
never. You are never, and your team is not ever. Your team will eventually move, and then you will be Packers fans because you won't have any other choice. So why not start now? I mean, there's a guy in my office that still has a cubicle full of Vikings crap.
Yeah.
He's got pictures of like Carl Eller and Fran Tarkenton and Ed Schrockman, and he's living in the past, and that's all. It's like
unlike you.
With you try to be relevant, try to keep up, and don't take it so serious. Because gosh,
it's just football. Now, in your cubicle, have you given up bringing Packer stuff in? Because you've told us
because people are really mean.
What do they do? Do they deface it, or do they steal it, or
they deface it?
Well, what did they take? What did they?
I had a picture of Mr. Ted Thompson up, and someone wrote the word "doof" across the front. That's not funny. That's not funny. No, because it cost me $1. Okay, the picture cost me $1. Did you alter my voice somehow?
No, that's you.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. I agree with you on that. It doesn't sound right. But.
So now, I just think it's so funny. Because the Minnesota Vikings fans are it was Tavares Jackson's fault. No, it was Brad Childress' fault. No, it was
there's a lot of finger pointing.
Barian's fault. How about this? It's your fans' fault. Okay?
Fans' fault?
Here's where
how is it the fans' fault?
They fall short in so many areas. Because immediately after the team loses, what do? They start blaming people. They start blaming other people. They start trying to say, well, it's his fault. No, the first thing it's like. I listened to your radio station after the Packer game was over, and all they do is they point at each other and they go, it's your fault, it's your fault. Listen, why can't you just be supportive? The Packers fans never, ever blame people if something goes wrong.
Who do they blame?
You don't blame. You just say, you know what, we're gonna focus our energy positive. We're gonna have a good season. We're gonna be number one. What do you people do? You immediately start looking to shoot somebody. I mean, it's like you don't deserve a good team. You really don't. Your fans wouldn't know what to do with it if they got it.
Let me ask you this:
these people are not good people.
What if Ziggy's got a lot of money,
Yeah?
What if Ziggy steals away Ted Thompson? What if he
can't for a while? He's under contract.
Well, but how about at the end of the year we steal your guy? Then what are you going to say, Mr. Smart Guy?
Well, I don't think it's going to happen. First of all, why would Mr. Ted Thompson ever leave Green Bay?
Well, why wouldn't he? I mean,
why would you? It's the greatest franchise. It's the greatest.
Yeah, but there are other things.
In all of sports.
There's other things to do here.
There's lots of things to do in Green Bay.
Really?
Lots of things to do. It is the greatest story in all of sports. You have to really admire the Green Bay Packers.
You do?
For what they are.
Yeah.
They are something special. They're not like Minnesota, a bunch of losers.
Well,
and loser fans.
What you want to name exactly where your cubicle is so people?
I really don't feel like it's appropriate.
I don't think you should.
People who probably could call and tell you, but so far they haven't done it. I suppose
who do you have
the
this
next little deal that they think is going to be funny is they're going to like call your radio station up and rat me out. But no, you don't need to know.
So you got Monday, you got the Sunday nighter next week against